Thursday Brewer League. I usually make videos every Wednesday, and in all honesty, it's fucking cold outside. Brody, I know you don't understand because it's summer where you are, because you're a goddamn prick. But it is very cold outside, and I do not like leaving the house. And so I have cabin fever, and I honestly thought today was Wednesday. Well, I thought yesterday was Tuesday, so I didn't make a video. And I found out last night that I'm off by a whole day. So today's video is going to be shorter. I have an interview with Mike, so I think I'm just going to post the whole thing. I'll steal some clips for this video, and then if you wanted to watch the whole video, like I'll take out the hockey stuff, put it into this video. But if you want to see the whole thing, I think I'll just post that separately if YouTube will allow me. Maybe I have to do it in parts. But yeah, let's get into it. Okay, I'm just going to do some predictions. As of Thursday, 11:18 a.m. Kind of cheating, because I can see the Stone Kelsels are going to take out the King Captains. Batman might actually beat Johnny this week. Secret Snake Club is going to beat Melbourne Mustangs. It's a close matchup between the Swamp Rabbits and the South Park Cows, but I'm going to say the South Park Cows are going to lose. Another close matchup between the Dream Team and Vanek at the Disco. I'm going to give this one to the Dream Team. Derbytron versus Tripped on the Blue Line. I think Tripped on the Blue Line is going to win this week.
You know, the boys in the kitchen are saying that this is the way it's going to go.
Okay.
So, your marker is not working 10 times better. So, Johnny is what we're researching here. Johnny, number one motherfucker right now. We're learning a lot about his play style, and what I've learned so far is that fuck you. So, according to my research, following these carefully designed formulas here in quantum mechanics, because this is very crucial to fantasy hockey, is that the experts say Johnny is going down.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well.
Over time. We don't know, this X dimension, we don't know that X. X equals, who knows, infinity. But
it's just probability, though.
Yeah.
It's got to go down.
I think there's an exclamation mark at the end of that. Weakest schedule. I don't know what the schedule shit is.
I think that's when you left, who left the most players on the bench.
Does it have anything to do with, also how many players you ended up actually having playing that week? Because sometimes based on the way the teams
I have no idea.
You get, really weak lineups.
You have the strongest schedule, and so does Adrian. I guess both at the same percentage, but what that percentage means, I have no clue. Yeah,
if any of you guys know what strongest schedule means, comment down below.
Or how strongest schedule of all time is at 1,000%.
Yeah, because we'll get back to that. All right, wait. How do we find other stuff? Streaks, league match. So if you think that you've had the most points on one single day, I want to know who you are and how many points you got. Because I know last year Scott had about 96 points in a day on one day at one point. There was a 96-point day. I don't think I've seen higher than a 96-point day, in one day, who's got the most points. Speaking of points, though, so our point leaders, obviously, first and second place. What do we got? JD. We can look at JD. 1453. Now, that's all impressive and all. He's got 178 points already this week, which is pretty huge. Already leading at 1453, so this one doesn't have points against. Well, yeah, it helps that he's got that many points. Obviously, nobody can stop him with that many points, but it'll also be interesting to note that he only has 1226 points against. 1226. We look through. Can you find points against? Because 1226, 1295, 1258, 1346, 12. Okay, we got one person less, 1206 down here. but he's also only scored 1129. We're talking about Adrian. Adrian, better step up your game, score some more points. For sure. Yeah, definitely need more points.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yep. So, but points against, again, not shown here. So, Jasmine, you also don't have very many points against, which is why you're doing as good in your league as you are, with only 1172 4. That's very low for points 4.
Yeah.
Like, what is that? Like the lowest in the league?
Mm-hmm.
1172. That's pretty low. Nope. 1129. Adrian, again, lowest points in the league. You need to step up your game, bud. 1172 though is still pretty low for being 6th place overall with a 3-3 record. Right? Wait, how is she a 6th place overall? That doesn't make sense.
Well, I'm in 10th place and I started in 8th. And I won 3rd place last year, so I don't know how any of this shit works.
Yeah, okay. Here's a good question. Look at this. Jasmine's in 6th place with a 3-3 record and only 1172 points. Yet here I am, King Captain's in 7th, also 3-3 with 1,311 points, and somehow Jasmine's a higher rank than me. How am I not 6th place?
I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Because she's
Wins?
3-1 in her division, and I'm only 2-3 in my division. But I have like the hardest division ever. Fuck you guys.
Yeah,
I mean, I was doing good. I was holding 3rd place in my division, and then motherfuckers just like no. But aside from us, though, it's pretty on point. Although, wait, she's also ahead of. You know, it must be division because she's also ahead of Craig, who still has more points than her.
Yeah.
So just because she's 3rd in her division makes her better ranking than us, who are 4th and 5th in our division. That's some unbiased more biased bullshit.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Oh yeah, you know what? Well, I mean, it makes sense that Jeff is 4th though because he's 3-3, but also has the most points out of all the 3-3ers. Jasmine has like the least points out of all the 3-3ers, and somehow ranks higher. Curious.
Mine is 44.
In a plus minus.
Yeah.
Whew. So Jasmine, your team is always on the ice when goals are scored, so you might want to get your boys on the bench or something.
Yeah. Like you're saying,
she's got that Dallas combination.
Like you're saying when you have all 4, and you're gonna get some points.
Yeah, 4 guys on 1 power play. I don't know if you guys know where the King captains come from, but if you weren't aware, I have all of the King's captains. Dowdy on the A, Carter on the A, and Kopitar recently given the C, so I have all of the King's captains. Explains the logo. Good call on giving me the best mark. You guys are starting to update your logos, I've noticed.
Yeah.
You called them out on their shit. Back to the points. Kelso, you're beating me right now. Hate you. Go to hell. I don't know when this video will actually get posted versus
Wednesday.
where we're recording. Wednesday. So this week will be over. I don't know if you're going to beat me or not, but if you do...
You gonna do something?
I have no follow-up. Dream Team, I don't know what just happened. We're just watching this live as it goes up, and somehow she's now leading the league over Johnny. Dream Team, Jasmine, stepping up your game.
I like the Swamp Rabbits. That's a nice logo. I like that one.
Stolen.
Yeah. Well, so's the Melbourne Mustangs.
Yeah,
obviously.
I know.
Well, that's why they didn't get A+.
It's not like I was very original either. I mean, that is the King's logo crown too. That's the LA crown.
Yeah.
So originality, everybody got like a B in that anyway. So
you got an A+ in originality.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think because besides the logo, which you're basically using proper use of the logo, everything else was built around it. Mm-hmm. You know.
The King.
Whereas like tripped on the blue line is a funny hockey pun, and then it's
Darth Vader. A good blue line logo would be pretty tight. I mean, you could do like a silhouette of a skate tripping, and then like a blue line through it or something. I think there's a good idea there. I don't know. Research that one. Secret Snake Club. I mean, we can call this one Logos Part 2, I guess. Secret Snake Club. I don't know what kind of.
I gave it. The reason it got ranked where it was ranked, I don't remember where that was, on mine, and it got edited out, was that I think it's a really funny penis joke. Right? So the helmet, I was okay with the helmet staying.
So it's like a hidden penis, so it's like, it's got to be uncircumcised.
And and the helmet represents the helmet of the penis, right? And then I was like, so
his Secret Snake Club shouldn't have been a green helmet. It should have at least been the pink helmet.
I was thinking of a green snake in the grass. So
Vanek at the Disco. All right, let's talk Vanek at the Disco right now. Let's call this motherfucker out. First of all, you don't have Vanek.
Does he not know?
No, he never had that Vanek.
Should probably have Vanek.
I had Vanek. I drafted him. No, I didn't draft him. He did good at Detroit. I picked him up, but he's got hurt. Whatever, he's back now. I don't know if anybody noticed that. He hasn't done the same since he got back from injury. He fucking sucks. Vanek isn't at the Disco, man. He's playing hockey. He's busy. Doesn't have time for the Disco. Well, maybe he does.
Well, if he was in a European league, they love disco.
Yeah, and they probably put on the rollerblades and do the roller rink, right? Disco
the hockey
balls.
players come rolling into the roller rink disco and just tear that place up.
Oh yeah, fucking just Vanecking all over the place. Vanek at the Disco, also a good hockey pun. It's clever, especially if you had Vanek. But I mean,
you should have Vanek.
You should have Vanek in that case. At least Camel Taze before he was Swamp Rabbits had Taze. He owned Taze. Although the joke was camel toes, I guess, because it was spelt that way, and I think some of the mispronunciation of his name was toes in the beginning when he was drafted and new player and all that shit. Let's talk keepers, man. Let's talk keepers. Can we go look at keepers?
Yeah.
Because let's be honest here, Johnny, your keepers are fucking unreal. They're all like 3 out of 5 are top 10 players right now. Also crucial, keeping all your picks, not trading them away. Certain players, people out there, managers, trading picks already. So early.
Yeah, like
6 games deep and we're already trading picks like they're giving up on this season. 2-4, they're 1 game behind.
Yeah. Come on, guys.
So what season are we looking at right now?
This is 2014, season 1.
So this is 2 years ago. This isn't last season.
All right.
Let's, can you just pick year? Probably not, hey?
That's okay.
That's the second year. It's the year Bobo won.
It's like if I go to Bobo, and then this will be this season. I can click on the name, and if it was public, I could look.
So if this becomes public for everybody, if we all set that, then we can look at that.
But until then, to find your own, you have to find your name. So find
So I see a lot of
the doctor. So go to record book.
Record book. All right. You got to do this on your web browser, not your app, because the app sucks.
Yeah. Yes, it does.
So web browser, whether on your phone or your computer, just got to be the web browser.
And then if you just find yourself, then it will automatically be unlocked.
Old season though.
Yeah. Well, I think
don't go to the 2.
Yeah.
What happens if you click on yourself on this season?
Let's go to just Vanek at the Disco season 2016.
Brings us to just the normal, page. The usual. We don't want that. There's the normal shit we always see. We want old seasons, last year.
You click
previous years.
2014. It's a back door to this
to
page.
Whatever the fuck page is hidden here in Yahoo that nobody ever sees and has the link to.
Yeah, and then, but here now people can see this thing. So privacy settings.
Yeah.
Public.
So yeah, make sure that it's just public. It says the names of my private teams and leagues can be seen by just me or public, i.e. anyone. All right, let's check the results going back in history for every week 1. Those 2-week fucking weeks. So let's start with 2014 then with these current keepers and week 1. So Chad took over Josh's team. No, Chad took over Kelsey Bentz's team. Adrian took over Josh's team. And ended up getting screwed over because Josh traded all of his draft picks away and left Adrian to start in the 3rd round with his draft. Yeah. You're doing the best with what you have right now, man.
Yeah, if you're going to quit the game, like you're going to quit the league, it's not ethical to sell your team to other players. You have to sell your team to the next person that wants to replace you.
Yeah.
You know, like make them a deal.
It's like, do you want my team? I've traded all my draft picks away. I start in the 5th round. I've traded all my keepers away. I have nobody. Good luck. Then they'll be like, well, you got to pay me like $200 to take your team from you.
Yeah.
Because guaranteed I'm not winning that cup for like 5 years, and that's $40 every year that I have to pay in.
If some new friend of ours wants to come play, and they have to not only put in the money to possibly win back, but also have to like lose that year because they traded away, the person leaving should also have to pay a fine.
Yeah, there should be a discontinuation penalty.
Yeah.
Or like, I don't know.
Especially the more you sell your team, the higher the penalty goes.
Yeah.
So stack your team and maybe we'll give you a bonus.
We're just going to straight NHL this shit. You know, this is real life. You can't just drop out.
Yeah.
There's consequences to your actions. Johnny with a consistent over 370 points every week 1. Every week 1, his players start off strong. I'm telling you, though, he's going down. My research shows it. Just look at this graph. Look at this graph. This is proof. Look, you see this? This is the graph. There's this giant spike right here. This is where we are in time right now. And you know what that means? I am so fucking high. 249 is as low as it goes in week 1. All right, you want to show this?
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, explain that motherfucker. All right, look at that.
Let me get it on there. Go back. Okay, look at that.
Tell me about this, Ryan. What do we see?
A win all the way down here until you fuck up.
Hey man, that's just the way you wrote the columns.
No,
I didn't tell you to put the columns that way.
Well, that's true because I switched Kelso and Scotty out completely by accident. That's true. I see differences and I point them out. I've been playing I Spy books.
I Spy, $29.99 right now. Amazon.com. Go there.
Okay, we got Brian with an all-time. Did anyone beat this?
All-time high, 423. Like let's put some 2014 up here. Let's tell them what they are. What was that? 423.
Yeah.
No. What was the second highest score besides 423? 423. Bobo with the all-time. So, we're looking at week 1. Week 1 for the last 3 years. Week 1, I don't know if there's any sort of indicator as to, how week 1 shall play out. So, week 1, 2014, Bobo, big leader right here, 423.3 points. I mean, yeah, nobody's beat that yet. Next following year, Johnny was winning overall 383 against Bobo, previous winner last year, 383.6. And year 1, 374.6 points. It was the most besides Johnny out of that year, but Brian still beat me week 1. Week 2, I'm playing Scott, and I only scored 287, fucking weak. And then we got this year, and what did I score? 303 points against Johnny, number 1, 378. So, Obedient Kings, 0-1. To start every single year. I have never started anything else but 0-1.
Yeah.
This is week 1 stats over 3 years, So there are people who have won every week 1, people who have lost every week 1 and never made playoffs. We got guys who are 3-0 and never made playoffs, and it goes all over the place.
Yeah.
But big indicator, week 1, Bobo, JD, Bobo this year. How about the least points? 249, Craig. In week 1, a 2-week span, you only scored 249 points.
Yeah, 300 in week 1 is, or under 300 in week 1 is shameful.
Yeah, that means that under 300 means you're already not even scoring 150 in a 1-weeker. So if you've only got 250, that means you only scored 125 points in that week. That's weak. That's a weak week.
Rough start.
Although, Craig, I'm still curious as to where the Swamp Rabbits came from. I mean, I'm pretty sure your team name should have been Auto Draft this year. Just kidding.
That's a good name. That's good advice.
Auto draft. You can come up with a good logo for that too. You know.
Yeah. Well, that's all we have for today's show. Thanks for taking in a Thursday video, even though you have no choice of when I post. But thanks anyways.